Get ready to embark on a thrilling journey through the inspiring world of entrepreneurial success stories. Number 6. Sam Walton. The founder of Walmart, Sam Walton, opened his first store in 1945 after coming back from the Army during World War II. His father-in-law gave him $25,000 to buy that store, and it turned out to be a big success. By the mid-1970s, Walmart was worth over $176 million. Now, it has more than 11,000 stores worldwide and made over $21 billion in 2019. Sam Walton's advice for success. He wrote a book called Made in America where he explains it. One of his main ideas is to do your own thing, not just what everyone else is doing. Ignore the conventional wisdom, he says here. If everybody else is doing it one way, there's a good chance you can find your niche by going in exactly the opposite direction. Number 5. Sophia Amoruso. Sophia Amoruso, the founder of Nasty Gal, is a role model for many women in business and fashion. She started her career by finding cool vintage clothes in thrift stores and selling them on eBay. With the money she made, she expanded her collection and used social media, like MySpace, to attract customers. In 2016, she was worth $280 million, but she faced some setbacks later. In her early days, she had a challenging life, hitchhiking along the West Coast and even looking for food in bins to get by. Although she lost half of her fortune, she's still doing great. She's working on things like a best-selling memoir, a coffee table book, and a popular Netflix series about her life called Girl Boss. Number 4. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey, the famous talk show host, writer, and global icon, came from a poor background in Mississippi and grew up in a tough neighborhood in Milwaukee. But she didn't let her difficult past shape her future. Despite a challenging childhood, Oprah got a job in radio while still in high school. At 19, she became a co-anchor for the local news. She then became a daytime talk show host and started her own production company. By the time she was 32, she was a millionaire. In 2000, she was worth $800 million, becoming the richest African American in the 20th century. Her income in 2008 reached $275 million. By 2014, Forbes said she was worth over $2.9 billion. She did so well because she followed her passion in her work. Number 3. Koum. WhatsApp is a popular communication app that many of us can't live without. It was created by Koum, who moved from Ukraine to the USA. Despite a tough upbringing in poverty, Koum started learning about computers. At 18, he had advanced computer skills and began working for Yahoo in 1997. In 2009, he launched WhatsApp after getting his first smartphone. The app lets people send messages between mobile phones through the internet, no matter which country they're in. Facebook later bought WhatsApp for a massive $19 billion. Koum's advice for success is to focus on doing one thing and do it really well. Number 2. Howard Schultz. Howard Schultz, the person behind Starbucks, is famous for his business success, but his early life was quite tough. His family didn't have much money, and he grew up in a housing estate. To pay for college, he used government loans and money he earned from part-time jobs. He was the first in his family to go to college. While working for a coffee company, Schultz learned about Starbucks. He visited one of their stores in Seattle and later became the marketing director for Starbucks. In 1985, Schultz left Starbucks to open his own coffee shop. He managed to raise the $500,000 he needed to start his business. 2 years later, he bought Starbucks' retail unit, and that's how we have the Starbucks we know today. Schultz is now worth more than $2.9 billion. Quite an achievement for an idea that started with a cup of coffee. Number 1. John Paul Deoria. John Deoria is a self-made entrepreneur famous for starting Paul Mitchell hair products, but he didn't start out rich. He had jobs like being a truck driver, janitor, and selling Christmas cards door to door. He even got fired from his first hair care job at Reckin Laboratories. In 1980, he and hairdresser Paul Mitchell founded John Paul Mitchell Systems with just $700 as a loan. Now he's worth $3.1 billion. His thoughts on success. Deoria once said, "The biggest hurdle is rejection. Any business you start, be ready for it. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is the successful people do all the things the unsuccessful people don't want to do." When 10 doors are slammed in your face, go to door number 11 enthusiastically, with a smile on your face. Sounds like wise words to us. That's a wrap for today's episode. We hope you found these stories as inspiring as we did. Remember, success doesn't come overnight, but with determination and the right mindset, you can achieve great things. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more motivating content. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next episode.